All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Happy Sunday night to y'all. What is up? What is good? Let me turn this background music up just a tiny bit. See how that sounds. All right. What is good, y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all doing good tonight? So I figured I'd stream tonight. I think I'm gonna stream for a while. If we get a good crowd in here, I think I'll stream for a while. Um, there's been some updates on the set stuff, a little bit of an update. Kind of funny actually, I'll be honest with you. I saw Clyde's live stream today, and I also saw like Six and Swag were in a live stream. And actually, before I continue on, let me check the stream on YouTube, make sure that everything sounds good. So guys, give me just 1 second real. All right, I think the background music is a little bit loud. I think it should be good now, though. Let me just check that again real quick, and I'll get back to you guys in just a second. All right, I think that should be good. I think that should be fantastic. Actually, we can go ahead and we can cut off the background music, to be honest. All right, there we go. So, listen. There has been some updates when it comes to the Seth situation. Clyde put out a live stream today. Six and Swag also had a live stream today. Six and Swag kind of ignored it. Like, Seth's update video, his response video. Six and Swag kind of ignored it. But, Clyde definitely addressed it. And I gotta say, Clyde was really fucking annoying in the stream he was doing today. Clyde was really fucking annoying, bro. This dude got on there and he was, you could tell he was pissed. You could tell he was angry. You could tell he was mad. He was banning people from the chat. I mean, it was, I don't know. Like, it was really fucking annoying. Like, I couldn't handle it. I couldn't actually, you know what? Let me check something. Is that guy still streaming? Surely not. Surely not. Let me check. Actually, I may have to just search for him. Is Clyde streaming? No, he's not. And actually, hold up. Wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. Did he take down his stream? I think it's unlisted. I've got the link to it though. In case anyone ever needs it, I've got the link to his stream. But yeah, I checked out his stream earlier and like he was banning people. He was just really tense. He was really annoyed. He was really angry. And I mean, it was just really just kind of pathetic. Because here Seth comes out and Seth is proving that the allegations are wrong. Seth is proving that, he's not a pedo. He's bringing the receipts, and he actually did bring the receipts, and now it's hard for Clyde and the rest of them to dispute it. So they're either ignoring it or they're really pissed about it. But it is what it is. Like, I don't expect them to admit they're wrong because They're very egotistical. I mean, Seth is egotistical too, but so is Clyde and Swag and the rest of them. But it really, I don't know. It really doesn't look good. It really does not look good. All right, so let's see here. I'm trying to think exactly what we ought to do first. I'm just gonna be here for a while. I'm gonna be here for a while and see what happens. And I do want to get your feedback. I want to get your feedback tonight. I want to get your I kind of want your mind as one from the channel going forward, because we've gotten a lot of really good interaction the last couple of days over the weekend. So I really want to get your guys' feedback. Let me find some other video though that I can put on. Just something else to have on in the background. I'd kind of like to find something funny, to be honest. Let's see, what can I find that's fucking funny? Oh, there's Seth String. I thought he made that unlisted. Nah, he's got it up though. All right, cool beans. That works with me. I don't know what other shit does Seth have on this channel. Let's see. Seth and 6 versus 28th graders. Okay. He's got a lot on this channel. Peter Griffin versus Goku. Held. All right, this kind of looks funny. Let's check this out.
Next one.
Hold on a second. Let me pull up the volume a little bit.
Hear me out on this, right? Let's talk about Peter Griffin versus Buu Saga Goku. All right.
So that's better.
I brought this up to on TikTok before, but Peter Griffin with his metal detectors like erases reality. Like he just does it. Like there's no question about it. Like, hold on, let me see if I can find Peter Griffin.
That clip is actually insane.
Peter Griffin metal detector. Where is
Has anyone ever tried this, by the way? Like, Peter puts two metal detectors together, right? And it blows the universe up. Has anyone ever tried that? Because the universe is still here, so I'm going to guess not. I'm going to try that one day.
I mean,
and if it works, bro, oh my God. That shit would be insane.
I'm going to stream this to you. Let me just show y'all what fucking Peter Griffin's doing. Yo, what the fuck? Alright. Watch this shit.
What happens if I turn it on and point them at each other?
Watch this shit, bro. And he tanks it!
Yo!
So does Adam West!
He tanked it, dude.
Like, they're tanking it!
He survived a universe.
And I'm assuming they, like,
blast.
when they remove
That's
reality,
insane.
too, they're also removing, like, space. There's no dark matter. There's no stars. It's just nothing. So, like, he's also, like, moving, talking, and breathing in, like, no time or space. Like, high key. Like, he's high key doing it. Like, I don't know if Buu Saga Goku could handle it.
But there's sound.
Yeah, like, they're, like, talking, like, in a fucking crazy beyond time way, you know? Like, it's like when it's like when
he projected into a different universe and it's just white.
Like, it just teleported them into a white realm.
Yeah, because Family Guy has a multiverse.
What do you guys think? Do you think that Peter Griffin got BFR'd into a white dimension or deleted reality?
I'm just saying, Peter Griffin got fucked up in a car accident. So
I mean, that car could just be like beyond reality. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, the car in the house. And
what if we turned? Like, what if the camera turned and the car was still there? Like, could just be OP. Like, I don't know. Like,
Family Guy is so funny. I want to watch more of it now. Holy shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of funny shit. BFR deleted reality. Well, based on your results,
Family Guy
your
is
answer,
hilarious, bro.
whether you got BFR
Like, even to
or
this
deleted
day, I
reality,
still watch that
he would
shit.
either beat or not beat Busaga Goku.
The old Family Guy is
Thanks for
probably
watching.
better still, but I still tune into Family Guy every once in a while.
What? It's so stupid.
Yes.
Stewie was there. This is the end of time. Oh. Okay, so he removed time, or what did he do? You apparently
Sounds like he teleported to the end of time.
Stewie uses a time machine to move into that area.
The end of time?
Yeah, so apparently that's the end of time.
Oh. So he just like time skipped.
Did he time skip, or did he like delete time? And that's why the time machine can't go farther. Is that the end of Family Guy? Like
No
low key?
way. Family Guy's still on nowadays, right?
What if that was the end of Family Guy? Low key. Time traveled? Yeah, maybe he time traveled instead. Time traveling could seem pretty logical. Stewie didn't. Okay, $10. Stewie didn't go to the end of time. He got teleported to before the universe was a thing and had to remake the universe. Oh,
Oh yeah. That was some crazy ass shit.
what the fuck?
He actually did. So they get teleported like all the way back then, and Stewie uses his time machine to make the Big Bang.
Stewie might beat the fuck out of Goku.
Yeah, seriously, Stewie like created the universe
Like-
in Family
like,
Guy. It's
actually, it's
fucking
crazy.
wild.
And they tank it. Stewie and Brian tank it.
What are your opinions on Goten and Trunks? I mean, like, they're not really like they're like non-existent after Z. They're pretty much almost non-existent in the Fusion saga.
Nigga, that ain't no damn opinion.
Ah, shit. You know what? You're right.
What the fuck?
I'm just okay. Maybe I'm calculating my opinion. I'm calculating my opinion by saying things that are like empirical fact. Okay.
Okay.
Let me see. What do I think about them though? I thought Goten and Trunks. I really liked them in Z. I thought they were funny. I thought them going like Super Saiyan 3.
Hold up a second, bro. Like, this dude has got up here in the fucking corner. Help me go on a date with Six's mother. Holy shit, dude. Yo. Like, I'm gonna miss this. Seriously. Like, I think that Sith. Wow. Yeah, Sith Lord. I think that Seth and Six, I think, had the most, like, chemistry as far as like these collabs go and stuff. So I hope that Seth and Six can kind of make up and work together again. Because honest to God, I think that Seth and Six really did have the most chemistry on these collab videos. Like, they were really funny together. Yeah, what the hell is this? Why blacks respect Indians? Yeah, bro, I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm a white dude, so I'll get canceled in a heartbeat depending on how that video goes. So I'm not even gonna touch that. Oh, hell no. I don't know. I think, despite like what's going on with Clyde's live stream today, and Seth, or I keep wanting to say Seth, Swag and Six's live stream. I think it's pretty obvious given their responses to Seth's response. I think that it's pretty obvious that this is over. They don't really have anything else. And like I said, Seth, I said this last night, Seth brought the receipts, and Seth proved, that the worst of the allegations, not all the allegations, but the worst ones are bullshit. So my man's in the clean. My man is clean. My man is in the clear. And, Swag and Clyde are going to ignore it. Clyde, I could tell in his live stream and his response to Seth's response was very agitated, very on edge. So, I mean, they know that they fucked up. They know they don't have anything else, and they know that Seth is going to be just fine. Seth is getting help. Seth is going to be coming back, and whatever they were trying to accomplish by taking Seth down, and I don't know what they were trying to accomplish exactly, but whatever it was, they failed. And so I think we're pretty much at the end of this chapter. I think we're at the end of this chapter, to be honest with you. Unless something major happens, I don't think I'll need to make another live stream or video on it. But to me, it seems like, this shit's over. This shit's done. Where the fuck is everybody? Like, y'all were in here like crazy last night. I may have started streaming too early. I may have started streaming a bit too early. So I started streaming. When did I start streaming last night? 10:30. Plus I'm trying to get an idea like when people are like available to check out the stream. Like people may be busy tonight. We'll see. But I plan to stream for a while, so whenever people come through, they come through. I ain't got nothing better to do. Yeah, what the fuck is this? Iraq war sergeant comes to meet miner in Rich Hill, Missouri. Arrested. Get his ass. Get his ass, man. Am I going to start getting all these things where like the pedos or like the police videos of pedos getting caught? Because I was checking all that EDP stuff out earlier a couple of days ago. I hope not. I don't want all that shit showing up. I mean, those videos, like, it's fun to binge them, but like, I got other shit that I want to watch. Dude, I really don't know what I want to watch tonight. Let's see. What do we got here? The fuck is this? Film theory. Blue is not a dog. Yes, he is. Like, what the hell? Like, some of this shit is crazy, bro. Yeah, a lot of people, like, I've noticed, when it comes to the whole Seth situation, like, there's a lot of people that are so fucking pissed that they were wrong. So, like, I don't know. For me, somebody that took a more balanced approach and tried to look at this from all angles, I feel pretty vindicated over what happened. I feel vindicated in the video I put out. Clearly my, angle on it, my approach to this situation was the correct one. And there's a lot of people who just got wrapped up in the hype, the angry mob mentality. And now they're looking fucking stupid. And it's great. Like, I love being vindicated. I love being right. I absolutely adore it. I fucking love that shit. That's my fetish. That's my kink, is to be right. So, yeah, I'm very proud of that video. A lot of people are pissed that they were wrong about the Seth situation. A lot of people are just, their egos are hurt. But it is what it is. When you come at a situation with emotions, with a lot of passion, you don't try and look at that shit from a logical standpoint. You don't use your better judgment, you're gonna fuck up. You're gonna fuck up. So I feel pretty vindicated over that video. All right, let's see what else we got here. I love that. I love that fucking thumbnail I made for this fucking video. Yeah, I thought the anime girl would bring in more people. I'll be honest with you. You know what I'd really like to do, and I actually got the supplies to do it. But like, I want to start creating like drawings and stuff. Eventually, I'd like to draw like a comic or a manga or something. Put it out for you guys. Let's see. Who's that guy that draws manga that's like really big on YouTube? Is that a new channel? I don't remember seeing this channel. There's like a guy who he's got like a book series. Like I own some of his books about drawing manga. Oh, you know what I'd love? Actually, you know what I'd love to talk about straight up? Hold on a second. So there's this guy called Ethan Van Shriver. What the hell? What the hell? No, let's see here. EBS Comics Gate. Has no one really clipped this shit? Okay, so like here's the thing, like some of the guys in Comicsgate, like I like. But the problem is they're really fucking old. Okay? They're like really fucking old. And I feel like it's a generational thing, but they don't like manga. They really don't like manga. And I don't think they understand it. I don't think they understand manga because manga was something, well, anime was something that like really kicked off in the West back in the 90s. So if you were a 90s kid and you grew up with it, like Toonami and stuff, that's why you're into manga today. But I feel like a lot of these people that are in the comic book industry that are older, they don't get it because they didn't grow up with it. Yeah, they don't get it because they didn't grow up with it. But I kind of want to find. Let's see. Ethan Van Shriver reads My Hero Academia. All right, you know what? He might talk about it here. Let's see what he's got to say.
Russell Hall says My Hero Academia would be a better place to start. That's what people are telling me. Did you guys read that? My Hero Academia?
Nope. The only one I read, and it was a long time ago, but I still have the trades. I like the art, was Ghost in the Shell. So,
yeah, that actually looks cool.
Oh, I love Masamunshiro's artwork. I've got his art books and stuff. I just love his art. So,
all right, let me take a look at this here and find out if I'm going to like My Hero Academia. There are a lot of people here who are into manga, and they really it's. I understand these are manga missionaries. They're very concerned about reading manga. So let me read a free preview of this.
Oh, there you go.
Already, I don't like it. Already, it annoys me.
Yeah, I hate those faces.
Yeah, I don't like his hair doing this, like two bananas stuck in his head.
And those eyes on the kid.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, it's going to be a wonderful trip. Hi, I have the face of an infant. All right, hold on. Which way do I go? How do I turn the page here? Page 1. I guess I go this way. Right? How do I turn the page?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. If it's Japanese, I guess you do.
You
go
just
back.
gotta
click on
go-
the screen and will it change? Or
Page 2. There we go.
Oh.
My Hero Academia. We've got some children here with book bags. Don't get mad at me if I don't like this, guys. Okay? Just let's confront this together.
is
And
it
we'll
like a
see.
superhero school or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Like that guy with the hair you were talking about, I can't remember his name, but I've actually done a commission of him for someone. And then Todd McFarlane actually put out a toy of him, which the sculpt is pretty cool. So I actually own that. But
All right.
I
People
haven't read the book.
as soon as I get into My Hero Academia, people are telling me to bail and do One Punch Man. Now hold on, guys. Make up your minds. All right, let me
I
see.
know.
Page 4. I don't know what all the table of contents is. So we start here. People, enough, Kachan. You already made him cry. Stop it. I won't let you. So Deku, the quirkless wonder, thinks he can play hero, huh?
He actually just called him Deku.
People are not born equal. Eep. That's the hard truth I learned at age 4. Sounds racist.
That's a very big caption box for 3 sentences.
Well, it's because, Graham, you got to realize when they do the translation, they're filling, they're working with the space that's already there.
Got it.
But that, wow, was my first and last setback. A giant villain. Yeah. Giant villain. My Hero Academia. Wait, did I miss a page? 7. No, I didn't miss a page.
I'd get a headache reading this thing because you got to go backwards on page to page too. You know, it's like a mirror image.
All right, so this is page 8 now. It all began in Kikai City in China with the news that a bioluminescent baby was born. That would be news. After that, exceptional individuals, exceptional means autistic, by the way, began popping up all over the world. The cause was unclear. Time passed, and the exceptional became the norm. Ain't that the truth? Fantasy became reality. Look, you got heroes here. Here's Spider-Man. There's Superman. There's Wolverine. Back there, you see his claws.
Yeah.
Oh, the Ultraman.
Ultraman.
Yeah.
Right here. At present, 80% of the world's population consists of superhumans with special abilities. Wow.
Well, Batman too. Batman's down there.
You see Batman?
Oh, wait, maybe that's Wolverine down at the bottom left.
This is Dr. Midnight here, I think. And no, this is Wolverine up here because he's got claws. I don't know who this is, but he's smiling evilly. So
I thought maybe that was Batman, but maybe not.
At present, 80% of the world's population consists of superhumans with special abilities. The world is in chaos, and a profession that everyone once only dreamed about entered the spotlight. You like this so far, guys?
Nope.
Get away! This art is good. I like this. Turning into a monster. What a crazy quirk. What did he do? He tried to steal a purse and started rampaging when he got cornered. A villain appeared. That's right. I'm at the train station. Not sure when I'll get in. Eek, get him, Kamu. Who's fighting him? Gasp. This is Izuku Midoriya, age 14. He's a 14-year-old. Illegal use of abilities during rush hour, as well as robbery and assault. You're pure evil. That's not evil. That's just maybe greedy, thoughtless. It's Camus Woods, the popular young superstar. A running commentary, huh? Kid, are you a fanboy? No. Ha ha ha. Your punishment. Take him down, Tree Man. Here it comes. It's his preemptive binding. Lacquered chain prison. Lacquered chain prison. That's what he's shooting energy at him. Yeah. Maybe I do like this.
You're lying to yourself.
Bam.
You're lying to
Canyon. Ooh, Swish. Today's my debut. Pleased to meet you all. You can call me Mount Lady.
Mount Lady.
Mount
All right.
Lady.
And with that pose too. Mount
Yeah.
Lady.
Oh, because she's big. She's super big. I was like,
Yeah.
is this like perspective or she's big? She's a mountain. Along with exceptional abilities came an explosion in the crime rate. While nations struggled to overhaul their legal systems, brave individuals took up the mantle of heroes straight out of comic books, protecting the people from evildoers. With public support, some quickly acquired the right to serve as heroes in an official capacity. Depending on their performance, they have the potential to earn government pay, fame, and glory. Gigantification, huh? It's quite a common and powerful quirk. But could the threat of public property destruction limit its use? Well, depends on whether or not she can manipulate her size at will. Taking notes. I guess you want to be a hero yourself. Good luck. Ha ha ha. Thanks, I tried. You guys are all third year now. It's time to start thinking seriously about your futures. What? All right. So I like it.
The art looks cool. The visuals are always cool in those things. It's the dialogue, and I don't know if it's a translation issue or if it's just the question of what they think is interesting dialogue to say. But that's the stuff that kills me. It's like I can't read that, you know.
Yeah, I can. I love it, and I want everybody to know that I love it out there. I love it.
That is sincere.
All right. So you know what? Here's the issue, man. Here's the problem. You gotta realize all these are older dudes. They didn't grow up with the anime boom of the 90s, the early 2000s. So it's just, I don't know, like what you like in your childhood is going to affect what you like for the rest of your life. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. It has to be a generational thing because if you look at the sales figures, manga is beating comics like crazy right now. I mean, American comics are real. And maybe part of it is like these guys are comic book artists, all right? Like they're doing their own comics and stuff. But manga is beating comics, and so maybe they feel threatened by it. And I also think part of it is these guys grew up in a more disconnected world. So, you know, they were part of that whole, you know, rah, rah, America #1 thing, you know. So I guess, you know, like for the younger generation, like for me, having been a 90s kid, having watched anime and stuff growing up, like I've been more influenced by Japanese culture. Like I had a mix of Japanese and American culture because you got to remember I grew up with both like Toonami, so like Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Yu Yu Hakusho, and then you had things like Kids WB and Fox Kids. So there was like Digimon, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, stuff like that. So I grew up with that stuff, but I also grew up with the DC animated universe. I grew up with the Marvel shows of the 90s, like Spider-Man. So I kind of had a mix, and so I like both. But I really just think it's a generational thing, and I think it's a cultural disconnect. I just don't think they get it because of their age. And I'm sure part of it is as comic book, as comic book creators, they feel threatened about the rise of manga in America. Because kids today are going to, oh my God, look at this. Look at that. That is fucking fantastic, yo. They are threatened by the rise of a manga because kids are going to manga. They're not going to American comics. Manga is taking over because it's just better shit. I haven't read DC or Marvel in so long, bro. Like I just haven't, because it's been awful for so long. But I still buy manga. I gotta watch on what I buy now because I'm running low on money. I'm actually looking about getting a job soon. I mean, I want to turn YouTube into a job, but if I can't start making the money soon, I'm gonna have to look for a job. And I kind of got one in mind, and that is it's a post office job. It's a job with the postal service that I'm looking at, because I don't want like a retail job, because retail sucks. Retail's awful. So I'm looking at something with maybe the postal service. And that'd give me a lot of days off too, because they get federal holidays and stuff off. But overall, I do like the Comics Gate guys. It's just their take on manga, I think, is just like really biased. Let's see. Lord have mercy. Oh my god. The pregnant Joker thing? You've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, this is just, what the fuck is that a rainbow dildo? Are you serious? Ugh. Like, I'm wanting to see their like, I want to see their take on manga. Like, it's hard to find in just clips. You know what? I might actually do a video on Comicsgate. Like that might actually be good. But I need to gather some clips. All right, so let's check this out. How is manga art influencing American comics?
We've seen an overwhelming success of manga in the Western comic book market, and I think we're going to start seeing a lot more influences of manga into traditional powerhouse comic book publishers like DC and Marvel in the future. And here to talk to me about that is a comic book artist who's heavily influenced by manga himself. Tib Lib, how you doing, Tib?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing today, Wes?
I'm doing excellent. How was the big project? You got a Kickstarter and Indiegogo going at the same time. You got Black Ops, Common America, Soul Fighter going on right now, right?
Absolutely. We are, at the time of this recording, about 4.5 days into the campaign, and all of our metrics are looking good. We're actually ahead of where we are based off where the previous crossover was last year. And even looking at our numbers relative to Common America Volume 5, we are doing absolutely stellar. And we're on a trajectory to being pretty par for the course, if not a little bit better.
Well, that is very good news. We'll talk a little bit more about that here at the end of the video, but you are a manga-inspired artist. I think that's one of the things that people really like about Common America is the look of the characters, the look of the book, and we've certainly seen some heavy hitters influence and infiltrate American comic books. We've got Jorge Jimenez, American manga over at DC Comics. We've also got Sean Gordon Murphy and others that are certainly manga inspired. So we're starting to see the manga inspiration or the influence.
See, I really like this art style. Like, it's very simplistic. It goes. It's very smooth. And yeah, you can definitely tell it's influenced by manga, but that's not a bad thing. Like, it looks good. I like it.
It's creeping into DC and Marvel, but it feels like it's really starting to take off right now.
I would say so. It has been something that's been happening since the 90s. I think it was Joe Madureira or Madeira, depending on how you pronounce his name. I think he really got things started with his influence because he infused a lot of manga aesthetics into his style. And it's so distinct that even to this day, you can just take one look and you can recognize it. But it has not really taken off to the point to where it's been completely dominated. And I think a lot of it has to do with a lot of comic book readers who appreciate the purity of the Western style and aren't really up to having this new infusion into it. But I do think that you do see the aesthetic trickling in, and some of the more successful artists have succeeded because...
I think what he said there is something that's also very important when it comes to like comic book artists, Western comic books artists, and like their purity test. And so, okay, when it comes to American comic book art, it is a more complex style. It's more realistic. You have to get the anatomy more correct. Like, it takes more work to draw a comic, a Western style comic, as compared to a manga. But at the same time, like, this is art. And I understand, like, you know, a lot of comic book artists are very proud of the they're very, you know, proud of like all the talent and the time and the dedication it goes into making these realistic like body proportions and stuff, like getting the anatomy right. I understand all that. But at the same time, it's still fucking art. Like, everybody's going to have their own style. Everybody's going to do their own thing. Like, there's no right way to do this stuff. It's very subjective. I don't know. Like, I can go ahead and tell you, like, if I did like, even if I drew something like Superman or Batman or something like that, it would still probably have a manga influence. I just can't help it because I grew up with anime and manga.
As they have that. Another one would probably be maybe Daniel Warren Johnson, to name another one, but definitely you see it in Sean Gordon Murphy's use of halftone or zipatone. And like you mentioned, Jorge Jimenez is probably the most distinct one that's in the forefront of people's minds.
Yeah, we're starting to see a lot of the variant covers, and we've certainly seen the American characters go over to Japan and have mangas produced with the characters like Spider-Man and whatnot. We got Samurai Deadpool. But one of the things that I think is really going to cause this trickle to happen to where really a lot of American comic books, you know, your ASMs and everything are going to be heavily manga inspired, is that American comic books have become so overwhelmingly expensive for the majority of the comic book buying audience, especially if you're not in America. Maybe if you're in a poorer country like where I am with the Philippines, you know, a $5 comic book to purchase it here because there's no distribution in Asia ends up being about $7, a little bit more than that because you have to pay shipping and whatnot. And that's really just not accessible for one comic book issue, whereas you can get your hands on lots of manga. And I think a lot of the artists that are coming up, and we're going to see them start coming into comic books and becoming professional artists over the next decade, you know, maybe they're like 12 to 18 years old right now, are going to have been raised on manga because that's kind of what was there and available.
Well, there's also, because of the internet, we can actually outsource a lot of the work too. And there's a lot of young, hungry artists out there who are chomping at the bit to work on a bigger property. You're in the Philippines, and actually, so a lot of our scouting for talent comes from Twitter and Instagram. And the thing that has shocked me the most, well, actually, it doesn't shock me per se. I'm used to it. But looking on Instagram, you'll see an artist whose art is fantastic. And in your mind, you're kind of guessing based on their portfolio, this person might be in their 20s, maybe in their 30s. But no, they're like 16. And they're typically from Korea, Japan, China, or the Philippines. A lot of them come from the Philippines. And it's because obviously the benefit of being over there is that you have a more direct access to the Asian market in its entirety. And typically in Asian culture, kids are taught at a very early age how to draw. Even myself, my mother taught me how to draw from when I was very young, and she was no professional. She was just like, well, this is the talent that I learned when I was in school. This is the skill that was handed to me through my teachers, and I'm handing that off to you. So your age range is absolutely correct, and these people are fantastic. And because you can just email files or Dropbox them to your publishers overseas, suddenly this market for talent has opened up. As we discussed before the stream started, you do have these artists that are being hired to do variant covers and whatnot for their books, but you bring up a good point in terms of price point. This is not a prediction. This is just a statement in terms of what they could be doing. Those comics are expensive, and you're paying $5 for maybe, if you're lucky, 24 pages of story. So how do you justify the $5 price point? Well, why don't you make the art the best art that you can have? That way, you can offset some of that guilt of the purchase by having this really banging art that is in color. And that is at least one small thing that can be done differently than, say, a full-size black and white tankobon. Yes, you might be paying more for content and pages, but if you're just looking at the uniqueness of those 24 to 32 pages you're getting for $5, you're actually being able to get the most out of your money as possible.
It's crazy the way that things have kind of switched, just culture-wise. I know here in the Philippines, when my wife would have been a young girl, American comic books were what kids were reading, and they were widely available. Yeah, the older gentlemen in the neighborhood would go buy all the comic books that were available the new day, and they would just give them out to all the kids in the neighborhood, and they would read those. But what they watched was anime, obviously based on manga. Back in the day, it was dubbed over to Tagalog. But now here in the Philippines, it's different. All the kids are reading, for the most part, manga, and they're watching U.S. Comic book characters on TV on Disney, the Disney Junior channel and all that kind of stuff, and it's all in English. So it's kind of done this weird role reversal. But the kids now are kind of recreating the art that they're seeing from manga, and obviously, Marvel and DC have done a lot of things, with their comic books is to bring down the prices as far as the artists. We've seen them go out to South America a lot, even Europe, and certainly to Asia. And I think that's really where it's going to come from, because I think all the inspiration in the younger generation, and that's where it's at, and they're just all being brought up on it. But I don't think it's a bad thing, Tim. I think manga looks great when it's colored, and I think that's something that could really add some flavor and really kind of maybe even make American comic books blow up a little bit later on.
I agree, and a lot of people, they focus on the manga that comes out of Japan, but that's kind of ignoring manhwa, for example, and a lot of the colored manga that actually do exist out there. There's a couple of them that I've been reading recently. A lot of them have been adapted from webtoons, but there's some older ones. For example, if people are looking at something like the potential for it, they can look at, like Batman Hong Kong. I think that was a Doug Menck book. And
that
it was
artwork
Tony, I
looks
can't remember his last
sexy,
name,
bro.
but
I
he was
like
a
that.
very, very prolific manhwa, probably still is, but that's a beautiful colored book that's, I think, still available. It's out of print, but it's fairly easy to find a copy on Amazon. There were like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon mangas that are in full color. And so going to the bookstore, I have noticed that there are a couple more colored ones that are there, and they look absolutely beautiful. Growing up, I actually read the Fist of the North Star manga in color as well. And so the potential is there. The unfortunate thing is that you add color, and that does make the book a little bit more expensive. But for the Japanese, at least, you're printing millions of copies. So what's like an extra $1,000 to your pocketbook to be able to print it in color? So I think that in order to adapt the American market, if they're trying to go toe-to-toe with them and actually just siphon off some of that influence and infuse it into their own work, they're gonna have to do some creative things like that to inject some more energy and vibrance into their work. And as we were just talking about, I think that getting the best artists you can from overseas and putting that into the book aesthetically can't hurt. I think that you spend $5, the writing might be complete crap, but if you look at it and say, but it's a beautiful book, you at least don't feel as bad as you do if everything was just not where it needs to be.
I am all for the manga creators taking the best practices from the Western creators, incorporating into what they're doing, and the Western creators taking the best practices from manga and incorporating in there, and seeing who's the best over time. Obviously, manga's winning, it appears, just based on sales and stuff like that. But I'm definitely seeing a lot more manga influenced artists over at DC and Marvel. Maybe not on all the big popular books. Obviously, you do have Jorge Jimenez and Sean Gordon Murphy, but I'm starting to see them come in more and more often. And I think as these younger artists start graduating up, moving into the big two, we're going to see it more and more. And I definitely want to say thank you very much to Tim for providing his perspective on this. Obviously, you were heavily influenced by manga yourself, but also heavily influenced by Western comic books. You grew up on Spider-Man and Superman and whatnot. And definitely congratulations on all the success with Common America, with Black.
All right. So I guess there's just not a lot of traffic tonight. So I don't know, man. Might try streaming a little bit later, maybe closer to midnight. Might try streaming in the morning, but I think we're going to call it a night or call it a stream. So yeah, I will check you guys later. Peace.